Welcome to the Masturdebators podcast. Who are you?
I'm Enjay.
And who are you on the other side of the pond there?
Captain motherfucking Sherrard.
And I guess I'm the third amigo, Mr. Jayo Staxx.
Why'd you do the introduction like that this time?
That was
I
weird.
felt like switching it up.
Well,
Yeah, I didn't like that.
What,
You did?
what was
No.
the whole thing about brand consistency where you gave
Yeah.
NJ
You know what, I
shit
like-
for not wearing a hat
I'm a
and me
Staxxivist,
shit for
remember?
wearing a hat?
That made me very uncomfortable.
Said, I'm a Staxxivist. I say one thing. I preach one thing. I do the total opposite.
Yeah, that's true. You're
In that, he is
Staxxivist.
consistent, truly.
I'm sorry, guys. I felt it in my heart, so I went with it.
Uh-huh.
It's a flop.
Yeah.
You know, you win some, you lose some.
Sometimes you flop.
You know?
Sometimes you lose to the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about that on this show yet.
We have
I know.
not. Big.
Should we?
That was huge.
That was
huge.
huge.
Because obviously, being the big basketball fan that I am,
Yeah.
it's kind of cool to see, you know, them going 3 years in a row. It's kind of builds that storyline. And I'm broken. I don't know how to take it with Kevin Durant, you know? Like,
Yeah.
when he won the championship, he was on stage there, and he's like, looks at his mom, like, I told you when I was in like 98 or something like that, which is dope because it was like, I think 98, that's probably before he was even born, that youngin'. But,
No, I was born before 98.
okay, you were? Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know how old he was. But he looked at his mom.
Jesus Christ.
He's like, I told you, mom.
Okay.
He had this vision, and he actually became an NBA champion, you know?
Yeah.
But the way he did it.
For somebody who doesn't get NBA streams, wrong country, do you just give me a synopsis of the whole thing that's going on?
Oh, yeah, I forgot, Cap, you're not the big basketball dude.
I enjoy basketball. I can watch it, but if it's like
So
I'm watching Star Wars, like
basically-
I watched episode 7 and that was it.
Okay.
So basically, we had talked about it last season a few times when the trade was just being made.
Right.
Because it was finals last season when we started. And the big one was Kevin Durant was beat out when he was playing with OKC.
Against the Warriors.
Against the Warriors.
And they were up 3-1.
Yeah.
And then they collapsed, and then, and this Golden State team, the best record of all time.
Yeah.
Won 73 games. Unheard of.
Yeah, it's never happened before. And, you know, that was the season while we were living together.
Oh,
when we were
yeah.
watching. We watched a bunch of those games. So,
Good times.
yeah. But,
So then he leaves that team and then joins the team that beat him.
yeah. So basically, this guy who is always talking, like, had always talked about in his career how he felt like he was like destined to be an NBA champion.
Right.
He is on this team that I think would have been. They could have been the next year champions. You know, I know they got beat out that year, but like that was a really good team. I think
It was.
and especially Westbrook has just been improving
Right.
since then. So you know,
Potentially, he's the potential MVP this year.
So you know, like the fact that he left that team to go join the team that beat them out, which were already clearly the best team in the league. They were almost undefeated in a season.
They lost 9 games.
The whole season, and they won 73. That's fucking insane.
So then he joins that team, and I don't know. It's conflicted,
So
man.
now that he joined that team, this was his first year with them, and they won the championship
against LeBron James, who
Aga-
went to I think 7 straight finals,
Yeah.
which is incredible in itself.
Yeah, and people are saying that he isn't as good as Jordan because the record isn't as good,
Right.
Because Jordan's 6-0 and LeBron's what now? Is he's
3-5.
3? Yeah, okay.
Lost
3
won 3 championships, lost in 5.
Yeah, 3-5. So like, yeah, that's not as good of a record as 6-0, but like to be in 7 straight is wild.
Basically, this whole last decade, like there hasn't been a season since 2010 where LeBron James was not in the finals.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's insanity,
No
actually.
matter which team he's on.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
he had the
nuts.
he had
kind
the
of like
audacity.
the chosen one, basically. It's
No,
not
yeah.
like
when he was
I don't know. It's not
when
like
he was
Star Wars,
18
like
years
or
old.
Karate Kid.
Yeah.
When he was 18, before he made the NBA, he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated with the headline, "The Chosen One." That's how great this guy is. Imagine that ego.
Yeah.
You know,
well, I mean, look
shit.
at what he did.
He was the chosen one.
Yeah, yeah. He was. I think. You know,
Actually,
I love Jordan. I love Jordan, but I gotta say, that's the greatest basketball player of all time. That you can't argue.
Now, this is what I'm going to talk about right here.
Okay.
Now, let's for the cap, let's translate that into Star Wars analogies.
Oh, good.
So LeBron James would be Luke? No. Who would he be? And who would Kevin Durant be?
No, LeBron James is Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
And Kevin Durant is Anakin. He goes to the dark side.
Ah.
And, you know, LeBron and him were friends. I thought you were my brother, Anakin.
I loved you.
Yeah, so then you get that scene, you know. If we can fill out the rest of the cast if you want.
Okay.
Like C-3PO, you know, just for content.
Tyrone Lue.
I think C-3PO, so C-3PO is going to be a big man, and then R2-D2 has to be like a big man's like sidekick. So like a guard.
Zaza Pachulia is C-3PO. Zaza. 100%. He's big. He's stupid.
Okay. And then who's R2? Who's the little man with him?
It can't really be Steph because Steph's like he's a Jedi himself. Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr is R2-D2 because he's like the guy who keeps it going.
Okay, and then
man with the plan.
Okay,
Fan
then
favorite
Steph
as well.
is Luke. Steph is Luke.
So Steph is Kevin Durant's son.
Yeah. Yeah.
But storyline. If we're talking timeline, that's
Okay,
that's
if you want to do it realistically, then we could do like LeVar Ball is Anakin, and then his son Lonzo is Luke.
No, but
And he's gonna rise up and take down his father and turn him to the good side.
his father was not greatness.
No.
Like LeVar, not good. I think he averaged like 2 points per game, so he's definitely not a Jedi master.
No, he's I don't know what Jedi you could compare him to. Who's a Jedi that isn't?
So then
very
basically,
good? Kit Fisto. He gets wrecked like immediately as soon as you see him in episode 3.
So
he gets housed hard by like Emperor Palpatine. He's just swinging his lightsaber around and he just fucking hits him and just dies immediately.
Yeah, I think
wrecked.
on one side this is helping me out understand the whole situation, but on the other end of things, it doesn't make me want to watch basketball. It makes me want to watch Star Wars again just for further basketball context.
Yeah, well,
you're in luck because it's now the off season, so this would be the time to watch Star Wars.
Yeah,
Alright.
And I mean, basketball is kind of getting uninteresting, anyways, because it's fucking the same teams are winning all the time,
Right.
And it's just I don't know, it's just kind of boring. I'm not into like the whole big rivalries and then.
I actually had a question. So again, so if LeBron is Obi-Wan, who would be Yoda? Could you call? I think Kobe could be a Yoda.
Yeah. I
He was like,
understand that.
Kobe's Mace Windu. Kobe's Sam Jackson. Yoda's Mike Jordan. No, Yoda's Magic Johnson.
No, Michael Jordan would be good.
You think Michael Jordan's a good Yoda? I think Magic it fits that bill a little better. But Kobe is definitely Mace Windu.
Yeah, definitely had the purple saber.
I think
purple and gold, man.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan has to be somebody who has like.
Michael Jordan could be evil though, because he was kind of a dick, but like in a good
He
way.
needs to be an actor
So he could be
who is in that.
He could be Darth Maul. He could be on the dark
He's
side.
Han Solo.
Darth Maul was bald.
Yeah, Darth
Hear me
Maul
out,
was
guys.
bald. See,
he's Han
what?
Solo just because he's been in other movie series, just like he went to baseball, right? So there's Star Wars and there's Indiana Jones, right? Baseball is Indiana Jones and Star Wars is basketball.
So and then Scotty's Chewbacca. That is actually a very good.
Yup.
Done.
If the shoe fits, fuck it.
Wear it.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Damn.
We got this broken down.
This is the science
See,
now.
this is why I love talking with you guys, because you understand the method to the madness.
Right.
You understand, like, Okay, now we slightly mentioned how basketball is like Star Wars. Now we have to list the whole cast
It's not good enough.
with
just
NBA
glazing over
players,
it.
and they have to be like they have to actually make sense in those roles, not just people who look like them. And then it's like, oh well, shit.
Yeah, it's affirmation.
The only thing is that
social affirmation.
Okay, but then who is the emperor? Who's the emperor?
ooh, the Emperor could possibly be.
Could it be Phil?
Yeah.
Could it be Phil Jackson?
The only thing is, it'd be nice that if Phil Jackson mentored Jordan. No, I guess he did. Yeah, no. So Han Solo. Solo's just Solo.
No,
so
listen.
there has to be a
Listen.
connection between
Listen,
Solo and.
listen.
Okay.
Hold on. Who is Anakin?
You,
What do you mean?
Who did we say Anakin was?
Steph.
Steph.
No, you
No.
said Steph.
No, Durant is.
Kevin Durant.
Yes.
Okay. So Phil Jackson doesn't make sense as the emperor.
No, I think it could be like.
Someone has to be mentoring Kevin Durant. Or like that at least makes sense in that role.
It could be Steph. Steph could be the Emperor. He won championship. Yes, because he was part of the Empire first.
Okay, and then
There we go.
Okay, so
There
we need
we go.
we need a new Luke then.
Luke is basically. Luke could have to
Just
be.
the ultimate good guy chosen one.
And he has to be the spawn of LeBron James.
No, he doesn't
I
really.
mean, Durant. He could be Westbrook.
He could be the next somebody who
Westbrook could be, because Westbrook could be like the next thing in the future.
I don't think so. I think Westbrook's already hitting his prime.
But he was with Kevin Durant, so he was with Anakin.
Yeah, but
So it's like
I
his
mean, to
son.
whittle it down, we could try and choose a guy who's most likely to end up on an island alone by himself for many years. They wouldn't fit that category.
I don't know.
Luke, man, that's tough.
Yeah, we're at the let's put that on hold, because now we're actually thinking. Now the podcast is gonna be like just a bunch of blank us thinking. It's not saying
And
nothing.
we can try and plug the whole debate us thing if you have any input about, the whole
Right.
mapping of basketball stars and
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Actually, I think I think we should definitely incorporate something like that into our website.
I'll
or something
take that. You know that famous desktop photo of like every Star Wars character?
Yeah.
I'm going to take that and just Photoshop them all with the appropriate basketball player
Done.
faces.
Done.
Which will be actually really easy to do because basketball player faces, they just have them all
Yeah,
right on the
that's true.
website.
They have their profiles. Yeah.
Yeah. So very easy Photoshop, Ian, if you want to help.
Well,
holler at me.
I think if you give me the list, I can just get it done.
You just give him the content. Yeah. But I guess with that, so today was Father's Day. Before this, I had a glorious meal. I had steak and lobster, so I'm ready.
I'm so jealous.
What
man. I
was
haven't
your
eaten all
Father's
day.
Day
I gotta eat
meal?
it after this.
Steak and lobster
That's pretty good.
with garlic
pretty
mashed potatoes.
Dadliest
It was-
catch?
Yes.
Dadliest catch.
It was great. So I'm in a good mood right now.
Mm-hmm.